Quick Bait 912 is to the street TV 2.0 in your area. I gotta get used to saying that 2.0, man. What's good? What's good? So, hey, Jay, how you doing? You the first? Yes, ma'am. Crystal Williams, how you doing? They got Lovelace. Salute to all y'all. Sister T. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into it, man. We got day 4 of the Tory Lanez trial. We got that. We pretty much got our. We got the breakdown of what happened today in trial. So as y'all know, I'm gonna just catch y'all up. So first day we had the opening statements. We had where the prosecutor. You had the prosecutors come out with the bang, 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 bitch dance, bitch dance. They accused Torey of saying that right before he shot at Meg, and she got her fragments in her foot. I'm driving to make sure I'm going the right way, y'all. So that's what they tried to come out with, saying that the man punched Kelsey in the face, dragged her down by her hair. The bullshit, because they never charged this man with assaulting somebody and none of that stuff like that. Y'all gotta remember, this man is only charged with gun charges. He's not charged with assaulting nobody. So they had the second day. You have Meg getting up there with all the fake crying and shit. She's claiming that her and the old girl never got into a physical altercation. She's claiming that the argument was only because she told Torey his music was trash. She finally admitted that her and Torey was having sex, even though she got on Gayle King and said they never had sex. She never backdoored her friend, all of that stuff like that. So then we had day 3 was the friend testifying. The friend said that Meg the one hooked up with Tory Lanez. She had to go home for COVID. Meg convinced her to move out there with her. She said that she had about to buy a house or whatever. So she packed up all her stuff, left everything that she already had, and pretty much, was about to go out there and move with Meg, and then this situation happened. So it left her in a bind. Now with friends like that, who the fuck need enemies? Your friend fucking behind you, your friend get you to move out of all your shit that you got your own shit put together, and then all of a sudden now you get out here and this shit happen, now you ain't got shit no more. And then the motherfucker accusing you of taking the side of the person that you trying to accuse of some bullshit. So this is a whole messy situation, man. This case is messy as a motherfucker. I wouldn't think that a jury would confidently convict her of some shit, knowing that all these fucking holes, convict this man of some shit, knowing that all these holes in this case. Because a case like this, you gotta find somebody guilty without a reasonable doubt. And shit, me as just a listener on YouTube, I got all kind of reasonable doubt. Now, there's a part of me like, maybe he did try to shoot at her to try to, fuck with her or whatever. But the position of where he was sitting at, I didn't know he was sitting behind the driver's seat. And then from what the ladies, they brought Kelsey back up there today to finish her testimony. And, I'm about to let y'all listen to what she had to say today as far as in her testimony. So, y'all get your popcorn. We got some testimony. This is straight off the hot press. Straight off the hot press. Y'all know I keep my ears to the street. Y'all know DJ Akademiks, he always talking to the people that's in court. I gotta give the Akademiks, man. He's definitely good with this investigative journalism because of his connects and everything, and people respect his platform. So when they get these kind of details, they definitely run to his platform because they know how big his platform is. So let's get into it. Go ahead and put my phone on speaker so y'all can hear it a little better. I'm running a couple of errands, y'all. Still, it's 9:30. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. But man, there's so many holes in this case. Salute everybody that came in. If y'all please make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all do know this. Y'all know this is a new channel, so you know it don't automatically go all in the algorithm like that. So it's gonna take y'all to have to you know, like, share. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
I got some tacos here. I'm center because I ain't gonna lie. By the way, my girl over here, like that's like her her best thing she can make. That's good. That's a good thing. Hold on. I know we back, chat.
We're just gonna expound on it as it go. There's a lot of new details. Shout out to Mar-a-Lago. She's on Instagram. If y'all want to follow her, she's doing the breaks and everything. She always, you know, come through and give us updates and everything. She's live in the courtroom, taking notes, taking damn good notes. And I feel like when she speaks, I get a better understanding of the female perspective of what's going on. And we also listened to the other guy yesterday, and he's a lawyer for workers. He's also a good investigative journalism, doing some good investigative journalism. And he's giving from his perspective as a lawyer. So we definitely got some good sources of what's actually going on in the court. They should have had this shit on the court channel. I mean, they show every fucking thing else. But I'm waiting on him. I had to record it from my phone.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West Oak Ridge Road.
Oh shit! Turn that on. Damn, I thought I had it started exactly where she came in at. Oh, you know what? I know what I did. My bad, y'all. I'm tripping. No wonder they ain't started yet.
Turn right onto West Oak Ridge Road.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah. Oh, Barbie girl Tina. She was.
Sorry, I missed it. Hit the wrong shit.
Continue on West Oak Ridge Road for half a mile.
This shit.
All right, here we go.
Can I talk about it?
Here we go.
I'm ready to go change my motherfucking nose ring too. Yeah, I know I had to go get my nose repierced, and they put that long ass on the.
Hold on, y'all. I'm almost at my destination. I don't want to pass it up. Play this back.
Get into this shit.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
I'm ready to go change my motherfucking nose ring too. Yeah, I know I had to go get my nose repierced, and they put that long ass when I go to the back of my damn nostril. So I'm ready to get that shit up out of here. What's up? Hey. Let me say this before we go over that. We got the black notebook. But what I want to say is, as we were leaving,
your destination is on the left.
The judge said that, not as we were leaving, but yeah, after everything was done,
Tell her I requested
he will allow the jury to listen to the interview that Kelsey did with the prosecution on in September, where she said all of these different things that was seemingly back up Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, these is triple D's, baby. They are.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get into the titties. Hold on.
Oh my.
These absolutely
Oh my. Hey, hold on.
sex icon shit. Hold on.
Hold on, I don't know if
These
y'all can
some
see this
sexy
guy.
ass, full ass, supple ass titties. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But any
Y'all
motherfucking
excuse
way.
that part. She was feeling herself.
Jeez.
They gonna let the jury listen to the interview that Kelsey did.
My bad, y'all. Hold up. Make sure I'm at the right place. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Get into this shit.
Teeth. I just took it and it worked.
Getting rid of gum decay. Steel Bright Pro has helped thousands and thousands of people rejuvenate how well you clean your teeth. At least 10% of the bacteria will remain hidden inside.
Relaxers, they gave me all kinds of.
She said yes.
Hold on, y'all. I had to let it record and I had
Wanted to be let out of the car. She said yes. They said, did you see her sit at a bus stop? She said, yeah, I did. And that she was in her bikini. They said, who went to her and convinced her to get in the car? She said, Torey went over there to her and spoke to her. And then they got back in the vehicle after that talk and they got in the same seats. When they got back in, they said, did y'all continue arguing? She said, yeah, we picked right back up. And I told Megan that she backdoored me. And they said, how did you feel at that time? She said, I was still upset, when she got back into the vehicle. She had backstabbed me multiple times at that point, and I was angry. And then they said, and the argument, continued after that. They said the argument leaving was about when y'all left that bus stop. So after this first stop that y'all make, they said, was that argument when y'all got back in about Megan sleeping with Torey? She said, yes. They said, was the primary argument about her backstabbing you? Is that what this argument was about in the vehicle? Kelsey said, yes. They said, were you hurt? She said, yes. And they said,
now remember, Meg said the argument was about her telling him that his music was trash. So they're asking some questions that, pretty much to see how much both of their stories match up. Because you're telling them that this man's mad about you calling his music trash. The friend is saying that the argument is about you backstabbing her. Somebody lying. Somebody's fucking lying. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, somebody's lying. Hold on one second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Sorry about this. I got to make a phone call. Well, not make a phone call. I got a text. Okay, y'all, we back.
and used. They said, you were upset and angry? She said, yes. They said, was there anything more than y'all bumping each other? She said, I don't know. I don't remember. They said, you understand that you have immunity? She said, yes. She said, was there more? He said, was there more than arguing that took place? There was an objection for asking, the same question. They moved on. They said, how close were you with Megan before that night? She said, we were close, always together like sisters. I've been out there for 2 weeks before the incident, and we were living together, before all of this. They said, whenever we would travel, we would either make hotel arrangements or we would get an Airbnb. We always stayed together. We were really close. They said, how did you feel about being betrayed? She said, I would feel how anybody felt. I felt bad. I felt betrayed. They said, when you got out of the car, did you hear anybody say dance bitch? She said, I don't know where that came from. No. They said, did you see Megan when you got out the car? She said, I don't know. They said, did you walk to the front or the back of the car? She said, I don't recall. He said, when y'all got out and y'all bumped each other, was that at the front or the back of the vehicle? She said, I don't know if me or her were walking to the back.
Now, Now, it's crazy. She said that they asked her, did y'all get into a fight? And she said, nah, we got out the car and we bumped each other. I think I might have missed that part. I might have. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I had to take that call.
She said, I just remember the bump. They said, do you remember you and her walking to the back of the car? Kelsey said, yes. So if we stop even right here, how in the fuck did Kelsey and Megan, or even Megan, let's go to Megan's story. How in the fuck did Megan get out the passenger seat, hit a dance bitch, walk around to the front and get shot? But now we're acknowledging that y'all ass got out the vehicle, and you know why they walked to the back, to get their fucking luggage. Y'all was walking towards the back of the shit, but y'all was arguing. Y'all got out there. Y'all ain't walked to no damn back of the car. Y'all got out that motherfucking car and lined that shit up. That's what the fuck y'all did. Talk about it. Ain't nobody fucking dumb. But anyway, they said, do you remember you and her walking back of the car?
By the way, Meg also said that she never saw a bump till she seen Torey and Kelsey. She never acknowledged bumping
at all. She said she did not see Kelsey. Now this is changing. They said, did the bump happen at the back of the car? Kelsey said at first, yep.
Hold on, y'all. One more time. I gotta pause it one more time. And then no more. I won't interrupt y'all no more. I just gotta send this one thing. One more time, y'all. Hold up. Gotta use my other phone real quick. And I had to record that so it keeps it's on my recording. God damn, where that shit at? Alright, we'll get to it in a second. I'm gonna have to do it off of this phone real quick. Hold up 1 second, y'all. Shit. Pause y'all just for a second. All right, y'all. No more interruption. All right, y'all. No more interruption. I got y'all now. No more interruption.
Get into this shit
I'm about to
and talk about it. I'm ready to go change my motherfucking nose ring too.
Percent of my information was gone.
Really close. They said, how did you feel about being betrayed? She said, I would feel how anybody felt. I felt bad. I felt betrayed. They said, when you got out of the car, did you hear anybody say dance bitch? She said, I don't know where that came from. No. They said, did you see Megan when you got out the car? She said, I don't know. They said, did you walk to the front or the back of the car? She said, I don't recall.
I did a live about Gunna earlier. Got out
and y'all bumped each other.
I'll get into what I think about Gunna.
Or the back of vehicle.
Let's listen to
She
this
said, I don't know if me
first.
or her were walking to the back. She said, I just remember the bump. They said, do you remember you and her walking to the back of the car? Kelsey said, yes. So if we stop even right here, how in the fuck did Kelsey and Megan, or even Megan, let's go to Megan's story. How in the fuck did Megan get out the passenger seat, hit a dance bitch, walk around to the front and get shot? But now we're acknowledging that y'all ass got out the vehicle, and you know why they walked to the back, to get their fucking luggage. Y'all was walking towards the back of the shit, but y'all was.
Now let me get in on that too. Now we heard Megan say she got out the car by herself and walked to the front of the car. She didn't say shit about she walked to the back of the car. Now why are you not saying that? Why are you not saying that you and your friend got out the car at the same time? because your friend acting like she ain't see nothing. She ain't see what the fuck happened, none of that. So if y'all got in the car at the same time, you telling me you can't see Torey get over there in the side seat and shoot? If that's what you saying happened. Boy, there's so many fucking holes in this shit. This shit don't make no damn sense, y'all. This man shouldn't even be in court if y'all gonna come in here doing all this goddamn lying. If you're gonna come in there and tell the truth and get some justice, that's one
New
thing.
text message from Star.
But you gonna come in here and just lie your ass off, that's bullshit.
Arguing, y'all got out there, y'all ain't walked to no damn back of the car. Y'all got out that motherfucking car and lined that shit up. That's what the fuck y'all did. Talk about it. Ain't nobody fucking dumb. But anyway, they said, do you remember you and her walking back of the car?
By the way, Meg also said that she never saw a bump till she seen Torey and Kelsey. She never acknowledged bumping into
at all. She said she didn't
Kelsey
see
herself.
Kelsey. Now this is changing. They said, did the bump happen at the back of the car?
The bump is not.
First, yeah.
She claimed they ain't fight, but they just bump.
Turn around and go towards
the fuck is a bump?
She said yes. They said, Kelsey, was there a fight? This is when Kelsey hesitates, and she said, I don't remember. They said since the incident and when it happened, Jilly, Megan's manager, picked you up, right? She said, yeah, Jilly was going to see Megan, and I hadn't seen Megan since then. And then she corrected herself and said, well, the last time I saw Megan was when she helped me with my living arrangements. But we still never got a date for when the fuck that happened. So then they go to September 2022. They said, were you being truthful in September 2022? Oh, no. They said, is it true that you weren't being truthful in September? And she said, yes, true. I wasn't being truthful. They said, did you tell the prosecution what they wanted to hear to be done with this? She said, I told them what I wanted. I wanted to be out of this. And then they said, you lied about a lot in those transcripts. And she said, yes. They said, did you lie about who the shooter was? She said, I didn't see the shooter. All right. Now we do a redirect, and Kathy Ty is back up there. Kathy shows the message that Kelsey sent to Justin. They said, did you send this in the car? She said, yes. And they said, why? They said, because I was in a panic. They said, when you were panicked, why did you blame Torey? She said, because I assumed after I heard some shots. And she said, there were only 4 people in the car, right? She said, yeah. And then they said, so you knew she had got shot, right? She said, Megan's team told me she stepped on glass. They said, Megan didn't shoot herself, right? They said, I don't think so. Just said, I don't think so. They said, Jaquan wasn't in a fight, right? They said, no. They said, you didn't shoot Megan, correct? She said, no. They said, so is that why you assume that Torey did it? She said, yes. They say, were you panicked when you sent Megan pictures of this bruise? And they pull up these different photos. So all of those photos that we saw of Kelsey with injuries on her and the bald patch in her head, Megan sent that to the prosecution because Kelsey texted this to Megan. So they said, were you panicked when you sent Megan these pictures? She said, no, but I was confused. They said, you sent all these photos to Megan, right? She said, yes. They said, were you panicked? She said, no, I was confused. So they pulled up some text messages that allegedly were between her and Megan. They said, do you remember these text messages to Megan? She said, I don't remember it, but I see it. And they said, you don't remember sending this to her? She said, you're showing me, but I don't recall. They said, did you send any of these to Megan? She said, I do not believe that I sent that to Megan. She said, maybe I had that conversation. She said, but I do not remember sending that to Megan. She said, Megan wasn't talking to me. So she said, I don't remember texting Megan after that. So they said, these text messages where you say that you wanted to go to the urgent care because your head was hurting and all this other shit, because that's what the messages said. The messages said that she was asking the person, should I go to urgent care? You know, my neck hurt, my chest hurt. My head hurt, all this stuff. Should I go? And then she said, it brings back thoughts about me wanting to go to urgent care. But I do not remember sending that to Megan. I do not remember having that conversation with Megan that you're showing me. I don't think that these messages are between me and Megan. They said, you said that you had neck and chest pain, right? She said, yeah. All right. They said in your back and everything was hurt, right?
My neck and my
Kelsey
back.
said, you're trying to make me remember something I don't remember.
But bitch, you remember everything?
So they move up.
Ain't it funny how they remember that he shot them, but they can't remember. They can't remember shit else except for who had the gun. They be in detail about certain shit, and then the other shit, all of a sudden they don't remember shit. That shit strange as hell.
Detective Stockton, didn't he leave you a voicemail in 2020 in August, which is the same month that Megan went live and confirmed Torey was the shooter? She said, no, I don't remember that. They said, do you remember answering the phone for him? He said who he was and you hung up in his face. She said, no. They said, you had a lawyer, and they named the lawyer, and she said, yeah. But then she said, no, the man whose name was Dominic. She said, he wasn't ever my lawyer. He was just somebody I basically consulted with. And so Kelsey said, when you reached out to me, I would forward it to him. And so they said, you weren't ready to speak back then. She said, no. They said, when we met in September, before you got subpoenaed, you knew that our interest, you knew that we were interested. That wasn't the only time that we were interested in talking to you. You knew, like, we wanted to speak to you then. And did we threaten you? She said, you guys didn't threaten me. They said, before you spoke to us, were you ordered to come back to court? Kelsey said, yes. They said, so you knew that even if you came in to speak to us, that this wouldn't be over. Like, you knew you still would have to deal with this. And she said, yes. They said, Kelsey, why did you say that you felt pressured? She said, I felt pressured because of all of the calls from you guys. She said, the knock on my door when I got subpoenaed. She said, me getting pressured on social media and all of that. She said, y'all didn't threaten me, but I absolutely felt pressured to come in and talk to you guys. They said,
now tell me this, if a person is innocent, why would they be dodging all this shit? Now I get we in a culture where you ain't supposed to snitch. She don't want to be a snitch. Torey don't want to be a snitch. Meg the only one came out and wanted to snitch. Cause she claimed that she didn't want to snitch on the scene. Cause she didn't want nobody to get shot. She claimed her culture don't allow her to snitch. But she was the first one to start off with the snitching shit. How you gonna snitch and be lying? That's my thing. If you gonna snitch, snitch on the motherfucker that goddamn did it. Don't just snitch and lie on somebody now. That's fucked up, Meg. Real fucked up.
you said you only came to talk after learning about our defense and the finger quite possibly being pointed at you. She said, are you talking about the gunshot residue? They said, when did you learn about the gunshot residue? She said, I don't know. They said, weren't you accused? And this is the defense.
Hey, she kind of just told on herself. She's talking about, you talking about the gunshot residue? Yeah, bitch, you know what the fuck we talking about? You know exactly what the fuck we talking about. Why you playing stupid? Yeah, when them folks start talking about that gunshot residue, then your ass want to come and talk. Because they're about to start blaming your ass. You was cool with it just being blamed on Torey. That's the disturbing part of this shit. I think both of these motherfuckers know that that man ain't do that shit, but both of them willing to let him go down for it. Don't care about this man's son, about him losing out on the father. Don't care about all the money that this man gonna lose. Don't care about the whole world gonna be trolling him, but they want to get on camera. Oh, everybody keeps talking about, everybody keeps harassing me on social media, and I just want this to all be over. I just want to call my mommy and all this, but this man got to stand in the paint. This man was hot as fish grease before this shit happened. Y'all cost this man his whole fucking career. All kind of endorsement deals. Everybody that did something with him, they got motherfucking treated all kind of ways. Shit is crazy.
No, the defense then came back to talk to her now. The defense said, weren't you accused the shooting. No,
Yeah,
that's
they
not
done dig the
prosecution.
deep ditch.
Yeah, that's not the recross. I'm so sorry. Prosecution said, weren't you accused of shooting Megan? And you said that you felt like that was a ridiculous accusation in September. She said, yeah, it was ridiculous. They said there were rumors that Megan stepped on glass, right? She said her team told me that she stepped on glass, and I believed them. They said you remain.
So pretty much the team said, you know, Meg stepped on some glass, right? No, I heard somebody, motherfucker, you know she stepped on glass. Ain't nobody shoot her. She stepped on glass. They thought that shit was gonna work until that doctor came in there. Cause they don't want to be said that either A, her friend shot her, or B, she shot her damn self. Well, not particularly shot herself, but she might have shot at the ground or something like that, and the fragments might have got in her foot. When you're drunk, sometimes you could do some real stupid shit. Especially if you don't know how to use a fucking firearm. And you forget that the fucking concrete ain't going nowhere. You shoot at the concrete, motherfucker, you're gonna be some fragments, probably bounce up. So somebody was fighting over that gun, or somebody was just trying to scare somebody, but didn't realize that the concrete ain't going nowhere.
Insistent that you didn't shoot Megan. She said yes. They said, did you shoot Megan? She said no. They said, you know you have immunity, right? She said, yeah. Okay. Now
so you got immunity and you still lying?
Recross. They said, you know that you have use immunity, and you're aware that you can still commit perjury and be prosecuted for perjury.
Hey, ain't that what I said yesterday? And I think old boy said that yesterday. Just because they gave your ass immunity, that don't mean you can sit your ass up there and lie. Because if them folks can prove that you lying, your ass going to jail for perjury. Which perjury ain't that bad. Like, you can get some goddamn probation. You might have to do a couple of days in jail for some perjury. It's better than going to jail for shooting somebody. I'd rather go to jail for perjury than shooting somebody. Or a gun charge. I don't know what the sentencing is on perjury. I know it ain't the same as attempted murder or, you know, aggravated assault or a gun charge. I at least know that much.
Said yes. They said, are you aware that a witness named you as the shooter? Objection.
Oh shit.
It was sustained.
So they dropped that bombshell on. I bet that made her fucking heart drop when somebody said, you do know a witness seen you as the shooter. And then they said, objection. Hold up. Motherfucker, don't say that yet. Yeah. Objection. Don't tell her that yet. But I know that made her fucking heart drop in her motherfucking stomach. There's all this lying y'all doing. When that motherfucker witness come up there and tell on your motherfucking ass, oh shit. Oh shit.
I don't know why the fuck we can't hear about it, but what damn witness? And there was someone who looked to Torey. They said he even looked surprised by that. I don't know if it truly was or what the hell was going on, but I've never heard
so
that.
So Torey don't even know that it's a witness.
Kelsey is the person that shot, so I don't know what's up with that, but I would have loved to have heard more. So they moved on because he said sustained.
Damn.
They said, when did you find out about the gunshot residue?
So the judge wouldn't let that part
go
go
through. It was way after July 2022. They said, didn't you hear about a witness? She said, yeah. They said, did my client ask you to leave? Or were you pulled out of the car by your hair? Or what happened? How did you get out the car? She said, me and Megan just got out. They said, do you recall these words?
So she don't recall being pulled by her hair like the damn defense said. That's a bold ass accusation to make. To try to paint on a dude. To try to say, man, he pulled this woman by her hair and punched her. Why they ain't motherfucking verifying that? Salute Michelle Bryant. Why they ain't making sure they thoroughly go over that little punch and pull by the hair? Cause that's very crucial right there. That's a big accusation right now. I wish they would elaborate on that a little bit more. But you know, I'm not in the courtroom.
I'm taking shots at you, bitch. I'm busting you. She said, what? They say, do you remember?
Oh yeah, in case y'all don't know what they talking about right now, I told y'all it was a diss track out. Meg Friend made a diss track on her. Yeah, Meg Friend made a diss track on her. So what they're doing right now is they're reciting rhymes out of that diss track that Meg Friend made. I'm not in the van, y'all. I know y'all always see me in the van. I'm in my personal car now. I know y'all think that all I drive is a motherfucking van.
These lines, I'm taking shots at you, bitch. I'm busting you. They had to pull up the lyrics on Rap Genius to read them again so that they could,
So
you know what I'm saying, make it make sense.
So she about to get fucked up for rapping and snitching on her damn self. She just like the rest of these rappers. You shoot a nigga, then you get all on wax and tell that you shot the nigga. And then when the folks asking you, nigga, what you talking about? I don't know what y'all talking about. I was just rapping. Nah, motherfucker, you wasn't just rapping. Who you shot? Bitch, you just said you busted her. Now you want to take that shit back. That shit was cool when you were doing it. When your goddamn rap was going viral and shit. When you was getting all the views and likes and shit. Now you want to take that shit down. Now when folks want to play your lyrics in court. My bad, y'all. My lord. Now the folks want to play your lyrics in court. Now you're like, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Where that come from? I ain't say that. I ain't say that. Yeah, the fuck you did. The fuck out of here. Hey, boy, these motherfuckers, this new age, boy. Motherfuckers snitch on their damn self.
And so she said, yeah, I said that. They excused her.
Salute Larry
at
White,
this time.
TV.
They were done with Kelsey in the line of questioning. They said the judge told Kelsey, there's a very remote chance that we will call you back, but it is a possibility. Yeah, Henny shots. This is ridiculous. Oh, that's some light liquor, Casa, whatever it is. Yeah, that time of day. Casamigo. That time of day. They said, Kelsey, you know, we're done. And Kelsey.
I heard they went through like 3 of these, no cap.
Kelsey couldn't get her ass up out of there fast enough. She was shuffling and getting up out of there. So that was it with her. That was done with her. Then they call up the next witness. This is the detective from Hollywood LAPD, who is in the. He's a detective. They pull him up and they say, "Do you look at social media in cases?" He said, "Yes." They said, "Did you look at social media in this case?" He said, "Yes." They pull up a post from the shade room. The shade room.
Oh, hell.
Said, look at y'all ass.
Oh, hell. I told y'all, motherfuckers. Them folks will pull your shit up. Be playing with these folks all kind of crazy ways. So they done pulled up her goddamn her rap lyrics. Now they want to pull up shade room shit. So these blogs and shit, these folks really do be going through that shit to try to solve crime. And they be so green that they'll go and listen to Shade Room and Akademiks and all these other niggas and shit. I'm gonna get them to start listening to Ears to the Street, motherfucker. I gotta start getting some of this information.
They done reposted what Lil Ju made the beat. Megan producer. On December 13th, he got this message. This was 2 damn days ago. So the post is from September 2020. They didn't.
Wait,
the actual post that was made was from.
I know that's. I remember that post. When did they get?
They gave it to the detective on December 13th. That was 2 days ago. More sloppy gas fucking work.
Oh,
desperation. Yeah, literally.
Oh yeah, they definitely moving in desperation. If they went and got a post from 2020 and they just gave it to them 2 days ago, they definitely moving in desperation. Them niggas like, God damn, boy. They figure they got their ass handed to them on day 1. They went to go in their fucking the shade room and shit. They probably listen to the academics every day and shit, trying to find some kind of clues and shit. Yeah, they done got desperate.
Goofy ass nigga said that he ain't shoot Megan. You know, they said So we're looking at the message now. We're looking at the post, and so you got Lil Jumae to be at the top, and a user comes in and says, "People say that Kelsey shot her," and Torey said that's not true. Prosecution said, "Who owned that page?" He said, "Tory Lanez." They said, "Can you explain the blue check to us?" They said that's a verification badge, which is supposed to mean that the page is authentic. He went over the types of people that could get a verification badge and all that bullshit. They said, how many followers does Tory have? He said 11.8 million and counting. They said, so Tory said Kelsey didn't do it? He said yes. That's when the prosecution said, okay, we're done. Defense comes up.
They would say
when
that.
I tell you defense told his ass up, I shit you not. They said, I noticed that you said you got this on December 13th. That was just 2 days ago. He said, have you been on this case? He said, I assisted the primary officer, who was Detective Stallion. He said, but I wasn't, just a part of it like that all the way through, but I assisted him in the beginning. And other than that, they brought this to me on December 13th. They said, you look at celebrity and athletes' accounts all the time? He said, yes. He said, do public figures have people who run their accounts? He said, yeah, you could say that. He said, are you trying to say that my client posted that on Instagram? He said, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. He said, is this the only post that you looked at? He said, yes. They said, do you know anything about Tory posting that he doesn't run his social media? He said, no. So they pulled up a screenshot from Instagram, and I don't know if you guys here are familiar with Mid Jordan, but Mid Jordan is a photographer for Tory. I don't know all of what he does, but I do know that he does that. He takes dope-ass pictures. Mid actually went on social media and said verbatim, I'm the only person with access to Tory's account. Y'all want to believe all kind of shit so bad, I'm the only one with access. They said, do you see what Mid Jordan said? He said, yes. And they said, do you see that Tory Lanez liked the post? Yes. They said, did you look into any other posts by Tory? He said, no.
What?
They said, do you know who controls Tory's account? No. They said, did you try to find out? No. They said, why not? They said, because I didn't think it was relevant. They say,
of course you
ain't it
didn't,
your job
motherfucker.
to look into things and investigate? He said, yes. He said, so couldn't you have checked the IP address? He said, you know what an IP is, right? The man said, yeah, I do know what it is. He said, so couldn't you have seen who posted that by trying to trace the location or anything? Like, did you see who posted it? Yeah, cheers. He said, no. They said, why didn't you feel that it was relevant per the...
Nah, Tory. Hold on.
He going crazy. When I say he ate his ass up, he was eating his ass up. I don't know what Armenians like to eat, but that nigga was feasting on that ass.
I don't know what Armenians like to eat.
He was. And it was going
They like to eat
back and
rabbits.
forth
That's what
that.
they like to
And
eat.
he was giving him that energy. It wasn't even the way I was saying it, he ain't said like that. He was saying that, why didn't you feel the need to investigate? Isn't it your job to investigate?
Fucking
like he
rabbit.
was being short with that nigga. So
Eating these
he
ways.
said, why didn't you feel like it was relevant per the task given? No. I'm sorry. They said, did you see who posted this? He said, no. And he said, why? The man answered and said, I didn't feel that it was relevant per the task given. They said, oh, what task were you given?
Yeah, what task
He
were you
said, to
given?
see who said it. He said,
Well, you ain't even do that.
You're supposed to tell us that he did. They said, are you neutral? He said, yeah. They said, are you trying to help detect police officer Stallion? He said, no. He said, you got this 2 days ago, and you were sent here to tell us who wrote this, but you don't know who wrote it? He said, yeah. Okay, he said, I'm done. They do a redirect. They said, were you here to say that Tory wrote that? And he said, that's not why I'm here.
Yeah, it
He
is.
said, did you ask for any other messages or posts? He said, no. They said, we done with Chaz. Get the fuck up off the stand. That was the damn detective's testimony about his lackluster ass performance when it came to researching what the fuck the prosecution thought was going to be another.
Nigga, academics do a better job than that.
We pulled
This
up
y'all professional?
Vandershaft. Stacey Vandershaft is a criminalist who focuses on trace analysis. So this is the woman they brought in as the gunshot residue expert. She stated that somebody could get gunshot residue on them if they're within at least 18 feet of the gun going off, 18 feet, or being touched and all that kind of shit like that. And then she went over in great detail, gunshot residue, how it works, what she does when she's breaking it down, and the software that they have, and a very knowledgeable woman about that. And so she went over all of that. They said, what's the furthest that you've seen particles travel? She said, studies have been done, and the max that I've read, from my knowledge, is 18 feet. They said, your work here, what did you do? She said, I examined 3 shot residue kits. For Kelsey, only 3. Megan was never tested. Kelsey,
why was Megan not tested?
Kelsey, Torey, and Jaquan. They said, was Daystar Peterson's sample positive? She said, yes. They said, was Kelsey's gunshot residue report, was it positive? Yes. Yes. It was on her hands. They confirmed that Kelsey had gunshot residue on her hands. I want to tell you something. Huh? Yeah. What I want to tell you is the defense and their cross. I don't know what happened, but they had a moment to do something that just would have really set the shit off. And I don't know if they can bring her back. I don't know. When that man that is representing Torey got up there, he asked a really good question. He said, are you aware that people in your profession can count the particles, and we can basically quantify who would essentially have more gunshot residue on them than someone else? She said, yes, I'm aware of that. They said, does the person who shoots the gun have more residue on them? She said, basically, yes. They said, this man said, who had more gunshot residue on them? She said, I need to refer to my notes. Can I do that? For whatever fucking reason, he went to something else, and she never answered the question.
Wow.
We do not know who in the fuck had more. That was the
opportunity. We need the answer to that question.
To get a fucking answer. That was like the best fucking question in the world. I don't understand why he deviated from that. I don't know. You know, I'm sure that's a rhyme and a reason. But I would have let that girl look in that damn notebook like she was doing. She said, let me look. Let her look and let her tell you who had more. The fuck? But we never got a fucking answer. Never. So they said, you took a sample from her hand. Is it possible that Kelsey could have shot that gun, that Torey ran over to try to stop her, and that he could have gotten gunshot residue on him?
Wow.
She said, yes, that is possible. Absolutely. They said, was there any gunshot residue on Jaquan? She said, no. No. All right. They said in most cases, you know, do you get a property report that just outlines certain things? And she said, I do sometimes, for the most part, get these property reports, but I do not get to look at investigative reports and all that kind of stuff. She said, my job is to find out about this residue and the science behind it. It's not my job to look over reports and do all that shit. And so they said, did you get one in this case? She said, no. Then we go. They said, did you talk about the reports and the analysis? They said, do you have any knowledge of blood? And they tried to object, but they said, no, let her answer. She said, actually, that's one of the things I was doing before I got into this. She said, I did have to do work about blood trails and stuff like that. Not extensively, but she did. And so they said the placards would show when they place them, when police place them, it would be able to outline the trail. It's supposed to show you like the path. And she said, you know, but yeah, essentially that's what it's going to show you, which he left it there. But if we go back, we never got a blood trail. Those police officers put interview cards right down the ground and showed us one picture of blood. And they outlined the first day that they could not confirm a blood trail at all. They did not label it properly. They have no evidence of that or anything. More sloppy detective work from the LAPD. So they said, did you get a property report in this case? And she said, maybe, but for whatever reason, I did not make a copy. I didn't find it relevant or valuable to me to make a copy of it. So I don't have a copy. If I got one, then it was with the information, and I, sent the way I would do it regardless. And so they say, okay. After that, they were done asking questions from her, and he said
Yeah, that definitely was a helpful witness, and I agree with old girl. They should have let her answer that question. They shouldn't even moved on. Yeah, they need to come back and have the answer to that question. Yeah, who had the most? That'll tell a lot. Who had the most residue on their shit? Who had the most residue on their shit? And that was a good ass question. She was right about that.
He said, we done with this for the day. He said, we are more or less on track, and we may be done with this, concluding this Friday or Monday.
Friday, Monday. But
wow.
This shit about to be...
Why so quick? I thought Torey was possibly trying to call Kylie, was trying to call Corey Campbell, was trying to call Sean Kelly, and maybe even in a weird, and maybe he was testifying himself.
Misdemeanor.
Are they really like Kelsey? We got through 5 fucking people. So and today we got through 3. We got 4 maybe. 4. Kelsey, the detective, the lady. So maybe 3. On pace at this point, without the kind of quote unquote hostility and the not remembering shit and all that, then we could actually get through quite a bit. We start on time, finish it, get those people in, and I feel like we could be done. What I mean, they do their closing. What else we got to talk about? They don't have no more evidence. I mean,
we gotta get.
We get
to closing. We gotta get to Corey's people, and now we gotta I saw that Detective Stogner could be testifying, so we gotta get to the detective.
No, yeah, but he could.
Detective Stogner, possibly. Corey Campbell, possibly. Sean Kelly, possibly. And then here's the thing. I was talking to Lawyers for Workers. He said I don't know. I got to talk to him again. Maybe his mind changed, but after yesterday, he thought that Torey should testify because this really nailed his home. But I think not.
I don't think so.
Maybe he does. If he does, I can't see him. He's probably gonna be.
I don't think he should testify. It'd be way easier. Because he get up there, he gonna be forced to say who did it if you didn't do it. And then he gonna be forced to say, I ain't see who did it. Now you got 3 motherfuckers talking about they ain't see who did it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta prove that I did it. But you got 2 motherfuckers up here lying their ass off. Still one that can see this shit. Anybody in their right mind, anybody that even in their right mind can see y'all lying. And that's the first sign of goddamn credibility. If you claiming to be a victim, why are you lying? Goddamn, you got a chance to get your justice right here. If this is your friend, this is somebody like your sister, why the fuck isn't she saying the same shit that you saying? Why? You say that y'all didn't get into a fight. Obviously, that's a fucking lie. Everybody seen you everybody seen you fighting. You claim it wasn't about you backdooring her dude. Okay. Everybody got them. One nigga saying he smashed, one nigga got them. Like, come on, man, that shit is obvious. You was smashing both dudes behind your friend. Yeah, your sex life should be brought into it, but if it got something to do with the way you was acting, everybody ain't lying on you. You went back, you wouldn't let that man be great. That man tried to be a nice citizen, seeing you home in his car, all this shit. He been trying to get rid of you the nice way. Now, I ain't saying that he didn't shoot you, but shit, it's more logical that your homegirl either shot you or tried to shoot you or almost got refrained from shooting you. he didn't seem like the man to be that pissed off. I didn't see that. Not when you done smashed, but man, like you had people thinking like, oh, Meg's so bad, and she was trying to get away and walk away from him, and he didn't want her to leave. When you really the simp over here, you the one that really can't control your emotion. I'm just saying, it don't seem like from the evidence of where this man was sitting at. I'm just going off of what they saying in the courtroom, or where this man was sitting at, compared to, you know what I'm saying, he had something to do with that goddamn gun. And he had something to do with that gun talk. I definitely didn't see that. So he definitely guilty of that. But whether it was to try to take that gun from her or the goddamn to shoot, I don't see the man trying to shoot to, you know, do some shit like that. I don't know, but he was apologizing for some shit. But I just look at that as just the, you know, you gotta be clear about the shit. You can't be in your feelings right now. You better talk to these females. You know how they feel about you. So you probably sorry that they, you know, that you gassed their ass up.
Up there a while.
I don't know if it's a good idea for him to get up there, but if he would be balanced and if he would speak to certain things and tell the truth about it and just be clear and concise, it could work in his favor. It could. If he got up there and said, you know, I was wrong for sleeping with those two women and then doing that and bringing that up. And if he maybe, you know, went maybe that way, maybe. But I don't know if that's the best idea.
Drive the narrative back to what the defense opening was, that hey, basically something that my client's only guilt is that, you know, he was probably not the best of man in terms of dealing with two women and being truthful, and maybe he was playing them against each other. But when it came to violence, my client was not a violent individual that night. If Corey gets up there and delivers a testimony like that, which would obviously have to hinge on what happened when he showed up at the party, what'd you see, what happened in the car, what escalated the argument, why did you, if you ever did get out the car, why did you get out the car, why did the women get out the car, where there's a fight, did you try to break up the fight, were you inside the fight, were you part of the fight? I think all these things are really important. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. If I'm scoring this, again, I keep saying like a boxing match, I think he's up too much.
It's too much doubt.
To do it.
Believe what you want to believe. It's too much doubt. It wouldn't be reasonable.
It's too much doubt. Again, I went into all of this by saying this. Do people care about who really pulled the trigger, or do people care about if this is a good case? Those are two different things. We might.
That's a good question there, y'all. That's a good fucking question. Should we answer that? My vote. I do care about who pulled that trigger, because it's definitely gonna send a certain kind of message. Because it really will mean something. How far would they fucking go? How far would these folks go? This is wild. It's entertaining to me. I don't give a fuck. I'm just being honest. Because, hey, we live these situations. We have to live real life every fucking day. And trust me, if a woman says that you shot her, motherfucker, you better plead the guilty, or you better goddamn have the money to fight this shit just like they have to do.
Never know who pulled the trigger, but this case
trash. This is one of the sloppiest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. For people to supposedly have so much money and have so much backing and to have so like just supposed to be these bomb ass lawyers and all that. This was sloppy as fuck.
Cause this so much sound like a setup, but saying it's a setup, it's like saying, you know what I'm saying, it's a kind of sound like conspiracy or something, but it's like, damn, everything of it sound like a fucking setup. I'm like, think about it, this man at the party, you call the man to the party. By calling him and FaceTime, he comes to the party, boom. Couple of people there. He done smashed both of the girls there. It's some fresh booty there. And richer booty than either one of y'all. Y'all in there acting all ghetto and shit, whatever. He on goddamn old girl, Kylie Jenner, the bag. Y'all over here hating all drunk and shit, acting ratchet and shit. You done told your damn driver to leave. You done had your bags and shit took out of your goddamn car and put in this man's car. This man don't even know it. He came there because you done called him and he was late. He just came to pull up. You done put all your shit in this man's bag, in this man's car. Why? He didn't tell you to. This man tried to get you to get dropped off home. You leave. You tell the driver to bring you back because you forgot a slipper. A fucking slipper. Go back in there. Kylie got to tell you to get the fuck on. Now this man got to leave too. He was just about to be swimming in the goddamn money. You come back, make the man leave, and I'm just saying what the fucking story is. Now all of a sudden, goddamn, y'all fighting in the damn car. You doing the most, getting out the car, get back in the car, get back out the car. Now somebody got shot. That's the only blurry part. Everything else seemed to be intact. That's the only blurry part to me. Is who fucking shot you after all that shit? Who shot your ass after all that shit? And that seemed to be the only blurry part right now. But if the story is true, you get back out the car, you go over to your homegirl side, you beat your homegirl ass and shit. Kept beating your homegirl ass and in some kind of way your homegirl was touching the pistol too, so your homegirl had something to do with your ass getting shot. That's the least. Your homegirl got something to do with your ass getting shot. Cause if she ain't had nothing to do with your ass getting shot, she wouldn't have no motherfucking goddamn gunpowder on her. Point blank. Well, I don't give a fuck who had the most on her. If she had gunpowder on her, period, she had something to do with your ass getting shot. Ain't no other way to look at it. Because listen to what the experts say. You got to be at least 18 inches away from the next person to get that shit on you. 18 inches ain't that fucking much. Nah. That's right there. That's like literally right beside me. Like, that's almost in 2 arm lengths. Motherfucker, I use a ruler every fucking day. I can measure about 18 inches. You put out your arm and put out your arm twice, and that's 18 inches. You close as a motherfucker. You telling me you don't see somebody shooting somebody from that close? That tells you a lot when that lady said, how close can you be to get gunpowder on you? 18 inches, okay. Motherfucker, you right here. You standing right outside my car. You think if a bitch starts shooting right here beside my car, I ain't close enough to know that either before you start shooting or after you start shooting, who the fuck you are? The fuck out of here. Man, how the fuck? So that mean you was a part of the shooting. You was a part of the shooting.
Hey, put it like this, and salute to Tory's lawyer. I'm probably fucking up his last name, Mideshin or whatever his name is. But hey, put it like this: if you're gonna bring up somebody's social media post, especially this last minute, and by the way, it was probably not in discovery or whatever the case, but you're bringing it up now. You know what? You know what? Me as a defense attorney is gonna know. You haven't hit Instagram with a subpoena to actually get record of. Okay, when was this posted? What's the IP on it? And that's why they just shredded that detective or whoever it was. Hey, you're basically acting like somebody who's a commenter on the Shade Room or Akademiks page, and you're acting like whatever you see, you're going on face value. That don't work in a court. That's bullshit.
It does not work.
Everything. What I'm hearing, great desperation.
That's exactly what it is.
Desperation is sad.
Y'all just gave him this 2 days ago. That's last minute effort shit. And he didn't even seek out any other information. And he literally said that wasn't the task I was given.
Hey, desperation, but also I'm telling you, put it like this. I guarantee when talking about the anything that was contradictory when it came to the Gayle King interview, or maybe the live that Meg did, or even the live that Kelsey did, I'm guaranteed they didn't play that in full. If I'm Tory's lawyer, I would say, listen, why do we have to play the entire 80-minute clip of her talking to the prosecutors? We should find.
So they're gonna play the whole damn 80 minutes of her talking to the prosecutor when the shit first happened. Now that's gonna be a little grueling, cause she gonna hear every single thing that she told them folks, and they gonna go and ask her ass again. So, what you say again? Did you say this? What part you say you lied about? Now they about to go down the checklist about everything she lied about. This is kind of gonna help Tory out, in my opinion, if they do that. I don't think that's a good strategy. And they were like, damn, this motherfucker lied about that. I forgot she said she lied about that too. Damn, what did you tell the fucking truth about?
The relevance in it, and then we should play that. Because y'all didn't play the whole thing where, everybody's being performative before we get in court. And also for everybody, again, you are talking to law enforcement, or, you're talking to the prosecutor, or maybe a detective, but you're not under oath. So again, you're going off your memory. Again, as long as you're not planning and making an effort to lie to the detectives, if you didn't remember, you're not going to be charged for your statements. It's not the same thing as what could happen in the court of law when it comes to perjury, where it's like, hey, if your memory is hazy, don't make it up. You know what I mean? So I'm now wondering, hey, listen, the prosecutor is desperate. They're trying to get 80 minutes of audio. So think about tomorrow when you go in. 80 minutes of audio, we got to listen to this bullshit? Nah. Tory's lawyers got this up a little bit, but I don't think Tory takes a stand at all. Fuck that. You take the stand.
No, that's what they want to do. I don't think they need
this case,
don't fuck it up.
Has erupted. If anything, that prosecutor should be thinking like this. We lost this bitch. Well, we tight. So if anything, we're gonna try to get everybody on some perjury charges because something fucked up. Yeah. They sent us on a dummy mission. We look stupid as the district attorney's office for LA County. What the fuck did you go in court where Meg is saying she's selective, she's not really doing what she needs? I mean, she did do enough, but again, she didn't see shit, or really, it's not even what Meg said in court, it's what Meg said.
Meg says, we gotta remember, Meg said she didn't see who shot her. I mean, she didn't see Tory shot her. She just saying he shot her. She turned around and seen him with the gun. She said she didn't see him shoot her. Shit is crazy. But on the Instagram post, she say, nigga, you shot me. Court, she trying to act like she didn't see when he shot her. She just turned around and seen him with the gun. Which could be true, but not true at the same time. But all of a sudden, she ain't seeing her homegirl right there, too. Because the homegirl got the gunpowder on her, too. So she saw him with the gun, but she didn't see her homegirl with the gun. So is she not trying to not snitch on her homegirl, but in the mix of that, she got to put it on this nigga? She gonna choose her homegirl over this nigga any day. But she forgot that she had to beat her homegirl ass. Shit. So the rules went out the window. She had to backdoor the homegirl that beat her ass. So shit.
So much caveats on social media, you could use her as the strongest witness. She's not an eyewitness. She's just she's a material witness and also the victim. Now you got Kelsey. Kelsey's supposed to be the eyewitness. She's supposed to be the star. Oh, I seen Torey pull a gun. I was telling him, yo, chill. Listen, after he shot her and he was walking up, I jumped in between them. He punched me in my face. Kelsey comes and says, Cap, that never happened. And if I told y'all that, y'all is because y'all were pressuring me because really, y'all want to get Torey. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about Torey.
Yeah.
Who could actually vote once this goes to the jury? Who could vote?
But why would they put that much shit on this man? Why would they put that much shit on that man? They said, why would she go to that extent to say Torey the one hit her and pulled her hair and shit? Knowing damn well it was her homegirl that beat her ass like that. That's why I say every bit of this shit sound like a setup, but that'll sound just too conspiracy. That'll sound too bad. It's crazy.
That this is 12 people that's gonna say Torey guilty. What the fuck? I'm telling you, I guarantee the DA at this point is only looking for, hey, who's gonna perjure themselves.
It's over.
This is over. And by the way, at this point, do you even need Kylie?
But what we finna do is I guess going to overtime and Torey gets more points. Because I mean they gonna reiterate and speak to EJ gonna come and speak to Megan's attitude. Corey can speak to why in the hell, people got put out. So this is just that's the nail in the coffin with these witnesses.
This shit is sad. And unfortunately, I think the prosecutor is going to be mad at the fact that they're going to be mad at Kelsey and Torey. No, not Kelsey and Torey. Kelsey and Meg. They're going to look at Meg and say, Meg, why tell us there's this much holes? Why did you basically act like we could have probably won this shit?
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, a lot of people think like, my man Black 100, he says that Meg's going to be charged. Right. No way. You look too crazy. You can't charge Meg.
What happens, Meg might not get charged. But when Torey walks away from this, because that's what I'm manifesting, let's talk about the lawsuit that should come after that. Let's talk about defamation. Let's talk about all these outlets and what they said about him. Let's talk about the bias and the prejudice.
Oh, no, they don't want to talk about that shit.
Hey, unfortunately, I think because at the end of the day, the judge is going to still rule that no matter what happened, even if Torey is wrongly accused, Meg is still a victim. And because Meg is still a victim, I don't think that there will be nothing punitive happen to her. The only thing that will happen to her is that people will believe her less because she got up on Instagram and said, Torey shot me and I want to see that bitch ass nigga beneath the jail. So you have the court of public opinion. The court of court of public opinion. Those people will, they'll vote with their, lack of support or their voice and say, hey, we're not fucking with Meg. But I'm like we all I get this whole believe women and whatever, and it should just be one-sided. But if you just seen a case where you guys hated anybody who dissented with anything that was opposed to whatever y'all wanted to believe. Now this case looks so crazy. Ain't it probably a little cause for y'all that in other situations in the future, just chill the fuck out and wait to see what's up.
Absolutely.
Give it a second.
If they ain't learned nothing else from 2022, do not be Megan Thee Stallion or Amber Heard. Don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there, and I'm gonna let. We pretty much got, you know, a little inside on the. I ain't gonna say inside, but pretty much an update on what's going on in the trial. This is just news and reactions, you know, whatever going on. What else we got going on? Of course, Young Thug was in court today, doing his thing. I don't think that went too good. Well, it went good because what they end up doing is they end up throwing out one of the tap phone calls for that they had for evidence. So anything that get eliminated is good for you. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about that. I ain't gonna stick on it too long. I actually think Thug might slap. He ain't gonna completely beat it, but I think he's gonna get it reduced down to where, you know, 5 years, 7 years, something like that. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as people think or whatever, because what a lot of people thinking is he dealing with the feds, but he's dealing with the state, man. The state of Georgia, it's the GBI. I mean, they're a bureau in Georgia, but they're still not the feds. You get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, with the kind of money he got and the resources he got, he still got a fighting chance. They just got to trim down the little bullshit that they got in that case or whatever. But we'll see. But I'm gonna get up off of here. Salute to the mod, salute to the chat. Both of them old girls assumed to have powder burns and no DNA or torey on the gun. Right. And then they said it was 4 DNAs on the gun, but his came back inconclusive pretty much. We can't tell if that's your shit or not. And they usually can't do that on guns anyway like that. But that just show they just be capped sometimes. But we do know that 2 people had the goddamn gun residue on them, the gunpowder residue, and that was Torey and her. That tell you that both of these motherfuckers had that gun. Now they should have showed if Meg had some of that shit on her. But the incompetence of the motherfucking of them folks. They didn't test the person that actually. Well, I mean, I guess if a person told, she didn't tell them that she got shot, or anybody got shot. Remember, she told them she did that on broken glass. So, but being that they was arresting her instead of treating her like a victim at first anyway, they should have tested her. So it's kind of a two-way street right now. Because from that footage here, they had her like she was getting arrested. Hell, they had her get on her stomach and all that shit like that. They was responding to a shooting. They wasn't responding to looking like she was a victim. Because right then, if she would have said, hey, somebody shot me or whatever, yeah, everybody would have been real fucked up right then on the scene. Of course she gonna say I stepped on glass. I get that part. But she should have just left that shit at that. But when they said something about the bullets, I guess, yeah, now that connects it through the police and everything. So they started asking all the questions and shit like that. I get that part, yeah. Somebody had to take that fall. Somebody had to take that fall, and they figured that Torey should be the goddamn downfall. I don't see why they just ain't just put it all on Kelsey. She can't do the time? That's crazy. That's the crazy shit. Can't even do the time. But y'all hit that like button on your way out, man. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. I'm gonna keep my ears to the street. I'll let y'all know anything I find out, man, and whatever I can squeeze in here and try to get some more news to you. Y'all have a good night. Ears to the street out your area.